Hello students, today we are going to study about rational numbers and irrational numbers. As you already know that rational numbers are those numbers which can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p, q are integers and q is not equal to 0. Divisor should not be 0. Dividing by 0 is not defined. So q should not be equal to 0. So the all fractions which are written in the form of numerator and denominator are rational numbers, which you already know. But irrational numbers are those numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of p by q, where p, q are integers and q is not equal to 0. And this type of numbers are generally the square root of prime numbers, means prime number 2, 3, 5, 7. So square root of prime numbers means root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, etc. are the irrational numbers. And pi is also irrational numbers. Root 2 by root 3 is irrational numbers. And the decimal expansion which are not recurring means 0.10, for example 0.10, 110, 110. So these are the not in the recurring form. The pattern of 11 is changing and it is infinitely expanded. So it is also a irrational number. Now we see the theorem. The theorem based on our fundamental theorem of arithmetic is let p be a prime number if p divides a square. Any square numbers is divided by p, then p also divides its square root. Means if p divides a square, then p divides a, where a is a positive integer. It can be proved here, but you have not to worry about its proof. You have to use this theorem for solving the other questions. Next theorem is root 2 is irrational. So for proving any root value as a irrational value, we use the contradiction method. Contradiction method means we assume its opposite statement. Means root 2 is rational. We assume that root 2 is rational. If root 2 is rational, then it can be written in the form of p by q. Means take here root 2 equal to r by s, means any fraction. Suppose if r and s have a common factor other than 1, then it can be divided by the common factor and let it be equal to root 2 equal to a by b, where a and b are co-prime. Co-prime means the SCF of a and b will be equal to 1. So if you cross multiply it, you get b into root 2 equal to a. Squaring on both sides, you will get square root of root 2 means root is removed, so 2b square equal to a square. 2b square equal to a square means a square has a factor of 2, means 2 divides a square. So if 2 divides a square, then by our theorem 1.3, 2 divides a also. If 2 divides a square, then 2 divides a also. So let a be the multiple of 2. It has other factor c, so it will be a equal to 2c. Substituting a equal to 2c in first, we get 2b square equal to a square means 2c ka whole square, that is 4c square. On dividing both side by 2, we get b square equal to 2c square. So here b square is a multiple of 2 and 2 is a factor of b square, means 2 divide b square. So here 2 divides b square means 2 divides b also. So from first and second we see that 2 divides both a and b, means 2 is a common factor of a and b. So here SCF of a and b is equal to 2, which contradicts our assumption that ab are co-prime, means SCF of ab is 1. So we have assumed that SCF of ab is 1, but here SCF is coming equal to 2. So this contradicts our assumption, that our assumption was wrong. So root 2 is irrational. Our assumption was root 2 is rational, but it is wrong. So it will be root 2 is irrational. Similarly, we can prove that root 3 is irrational. Similar way, you will assume root 3 equal to a upon b and it will come. We will solve the exercise 1.3. Here question number 1 is prove that root 5 is irrational. So here also it can be proved by contradiction method. Let root 5 is rational number, means opposite statement of the given question. Root 5 is rational number, so it can be represented as root 5 equal to a upon b, where a and b are co-prime integers, and yes, that is SCF is equal to 1 and b is not equal to 0. So by cross multiplying root 5 into b equal to a, squaring on both sides, we get 5b square equal to a square, means 5 divides a square, that means 5 divide a also. So this is equation 2. Now let a equal to 5c, because 5 divides a, so it will be a multiple of 5. So a equal to 5c, and putting it in equation 1 here. So 5b square equal to 5c whole square, that is equal to 25c square. Dividing both sides by 5, we get b square equal to 5c square. This means 5 divides b square. 5 divides b square, it gives, it means 5 divides b. It is equation 4. From 2 and 4, it is clear that 5 divides both a and b, means SCF of a and b is equal to 5. But this contradicts our assumption that root 5 is rational, because there we have assumed that root 5 is rational, means it has SCF 1. But here SCF is coming 5, so it contradicts our assumption that root 5 is rational, hence root 5 is irrational. Hence it is proved. Now see question number 2. Prove that 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. So here let 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational, so it can be expressed in the form of a upon b, where a, b are co-prime integers and b is not equal to 0. So 3 plus 2 root 5 is equal to a upon b. Taking 3 on the right side, we get 2 root 5 equal to a upon b minus 3, means root 5 equal to a upon 2b. 2 divides both the terms here. A upon 2b minus 3 upon 2. Since b is not equal to 0 and a, b are integer, so a upon b is a rational number. A upon b is rational and 3 upon 2 is already rational. So a upon 2b minus 3 upon 2 is also a rational number. So root 5 is a rational. So here right hand side is a rational number. So root 5 will be also a rational number. But this contradicts the fact that root 5 is irrational. We have already proved that root 5 is irrational. Hence our assumption is wrong. So the statement 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. Now see the third question. Prove that the following are irrational. It has 3 parts. In first part, number is given 1 upon root 2. So root 2 we have already proved that it is irrational, but here we suppose 1 upon root 2 is rational for the contradiction method. 1 upon root 2 is rational, hence it can be expressed in the form of a upon b, where a, b are co-prime integers and b is not equal to 0. Hence 1 upon root 2 equal to a upon b. And by taking the reciprocal, root 2 is equal to b upon a. So root 2 is equal to b upon a, since a, b are integers, hence root 2 is rational. Root 2 is rational because a, b are integers. But this contradicts our fact that root 2 is rational. We have already proved that root 2 is irrational. But here it comes root 2 rational. So it contradicts our assumption, hence our assumption is wrong. So 1 upon root 2 is irrational. Now in second part, number is 7 root 5. So here also we use contradiction method. Let 7 root 5 is rational. So it can be expressed in the form of a upon b, where a, b are co-prime integers and b is not equal to 0. Hence 7 root 5 is equal to a upon b. So root 5 equal to a upon 7b. 7 comes on the right side, it divides. So here a, b are integers and so a upon 7b is also a rational number. So here a upon 7b is rational, so root 5 is also a rational. But this contradicts the fact that root 5 is irrational, because we have already proved that root 5 is irrational. So it contradicts our assumption. Hence 7 root 5 is irrational. Now in third part, number is 6 plus root 2. Let 6 plus root 2 is rational, so it can be expressed in the form of a upon b, where a, b are co-prime integers and b is not equal to 0. Hence 6 plus root 2 equal to a upon b, and root 2 will be equal to a upon b minus 6. Because a, b are integer, so a upon b minus 6 is a rational number. Hence root 2 is also a rational number. But this contradicts the fact that root 2 is irrational. Because root 2 is irrational, but here it comes root 2 is rational. Hence our assumption is wrong. So 6 plus root 2 is irrational number. Hence it is proved. So in this way we have completed the exercise 1.3. Now we will see the exercise 1.4 in next video.